Hi, beautiful being. Welcome to this podcast episode. I want to share with you something that has come into my awareness lately. And also, I want to explain a little bit of why I didn't share a weekly energy check-in. Now, the energy of this particular week, the next week that we're coming in, and I will be checking in before the full moon in Leo that is happening next week, I believe the 26th. I want to share with you one of the reasons why there is this it's a very unsettling energy, especially I've witnessed within spiritual communities. And the talk revolves around psychic attacks, infiltration, all these type of conversations. And I want to share, first of all, what my experience has been. And then just want to give a little bit of tips, if I can call them like that, or at least just some guidance forward if that resonates with you, obviously. So the reason why I didn't share a weekly video is truly because there's a lot of energy. There is a lot, especially with this shift from Capricorn into Aquarius. Okay, Pluto is moving from Capricorn into Aquarius, and Pluto is the planet of rebirth. And I'm personally going through such a huge rebirth in my own consciousness, in my own life, and the energy is just, it's like you almost can't grasp it. And if you've been feeling lately like the earth is just moving beneath your feet, and you're having a hard time grounding yourself, that's just a step into this new beginning, and that is okay. This week is truly all about discernment and even more clarity between what's the old earth and what's the new earth. I've shared a mini reel where I believe the 3 cards were discernment, soul time, and awareness in the reverse. So this week is really about discerning between what is our soul path, taking that time with our soul, and the awareness in reverse is all the decisions, all the things that we have all the actions that we have taken unconscious, unaware, just going around in circles, being swayed by all these influences. And I really, really strongly feel that this shift that is we are really right now in the middle of is inviting us to withdraw all our precious life force energy back to ourselves from people, places, thoughts, because even the thoughts that you give out there to someone, to something, to worries, these are energy consumption. These are ways in which you're draining your life force. This is why meditation, prayer, this is how you actually draw the energy back into yourself, and you're actually transmuting that into something that is of a higher vibration, like prayer or good intentions, for example. And this is a week of even more, I want to say, elimination of, but I'm almost sensing like micro level things that maybe you've had a habit that was just super minor, that you didn't realize just how much is weighting down on you, and is actually detrimental to your energy, to your energy levels. Really, this is personally in my life, I've been guided to take this as literally I've woken up and I said, this is the first day of my life. And I want to really scan through and become acutely aware of every single place that my energy is going towards, and how this energy is, and also what is coming into my life as well. This is how we become masters, is when we're no longer slaves to something, someone, a thought, an addiction, an environment, a belief system. This is how we draw all that energy back to ourselves and back to our connection to source. I cannot stress this enough. And again, I want to share very briefly, the reason why I didn't come out is because I was really wrestling with a decision, a very important decision in my life, that from a logical standpoint seemed like the wrong thing to do. But then, after going through this process of realizing, okay, how can I create a life right now with this new transition that is prioritizing my connection to source, and through that process I've realized that, well, the decision that I need to take is one that goes against just a lot of my old beliefs and a lot of my old identity, and a lot of the things that are largely accepted, whatever. It feels like the least it feels risky, and I want to say I didn't want to come out because I wanted to be sure in my decision before I can share it, because I understand that words have a lot of power, and I understand that when you are a guide, when you are sharing your wisdom, it has to come from a place, from a centered place, and not just throwing information out there because there is so much noise and I want to contribute to that. No, I want to make sure that when I do so, I don't misguide or I don't mislead, even though obviously you are the driver of your life, and external influences for as positive as they may be, they should not override your own intuition. That's what I want to say. But today it felt like I was really settling into this grounded energy of, okay, no, that is my truth, and all this noise around me is just that, it's noise, and the decisions that I'm about to take are going to go against so many things that previously I used to give a lot of importance or energy to, but they were swaying me off my path. And this is not about making irresponsible decisions. This is not about making decisions that are out of fear or avoiding something. It's important to really look at your intentions of why you want to do a certain thing. This is a longer topic, but I truly believe that the week in which we're entering in is marking this choice point between keep doing things the old way because it just feels familiar or safe, keyword safe, and understanding that some of the decisions that you may be invited to do will not feel necessarily comfortable or will not make sense. And one of the ways in which you can discern, because this week is truly about discernment, is, as I was sharing in many other episodes, we're fundamentally changing our operating system. So in the past, you may have weighted down your options and your decisions filtered out through fears, other people's opinions, the old earth system. Now it is solely you and source, you and your intuition. And as I like to share, is sometimes spiritual guides or the people you follow, or maybe tarot readers, spiritual advisors, they act as the back wheels of a bicycle. Personally for me, I relied solely on tarot, on other healers for years before I could really be unshakable in my own intuition and connection to source. And that's okay, because we have been going through gaslighting, we have been going through fear. Fear can really alter our frequency and make us truly doubt ourselves. Self-doubt. This is what this is all about, is lack of connection with your own intuition. And right, so right now this shift, right, it may feel quite unsettling, because again, God is really making you right now come down from your head into your heart. And I always say that when you lead from your heart, and by that I don't mean emotions, because emotions, we can be programmed. The heart is truly that grounded energy. It doesn't feel like an impulse, which sometimes it may, but it's a grounded impulse. It's not, you're truly able to discern when you're doing something out of influence of, emotions, or if it's truly a gut feeling, an intuition. And that comes with trial and error, that comes with life experiences, that comes with acting and seeing the output of what you're doing. That is also life experience. And wisdom, acquiring wisdom. And God is really making us, take the elevator from the head and into our heart. Why? Because all that old programming needs to go. And the way this goes is, first we got to come back to our truth in our heart, find it out, keep questioning our thoughts, keep questioning our beliefs, keep questioning our past decisions, and really discern, okay, heart, exactly the three cards that I said, discern between the soul, the heart, and the lack of awareness and unconsciousness. That is the energy of this week, okay? Taking leaps of faith. I always say that when we trust our heart is brave. Someone who loves a creator, right? Creative people, they have so much bravery. They have so much, because putting your vulnerable work, trusting in your creations, this requires so much bravery and so many leaps of faith. And this is how you can see these creators that are just alive, because they trust. And this is what we are invited to detox out of the programming of the matrix, saying you only feel safe within a certain context that is not safe. It's just being, giving away your power, your reliance on source energy, and giving it to the matrix, giving it to not feeling like yourself, trading your soul for a false sense of illusion. That is what the matrix is all about. Now, this is what I wanted to share first and foremost. This is the energy of this week. Now, the second thing that I want to share is, I mentioned in the beginning, there is a lot of noise inside of the spiritual communities with regards to psychic attacks, with regards to all these kind of things. Now, I'm personally a highly spiritual being, but at the same time, I don't go too much into this kind of conversations, because I believe that things are much simpler than that, and because I believe that if we talk too much about these things, we are losing track of what we're truly here to do. Now, we need to become aware of, we need to be aware of these realities, but at the same time, I believe it's very divisive, because I've been witnessing just a lot of comments, a lot of attack on certain spiritual guides, and it's and this is my point of view, okay? It's personal to me, and everybody has the right to do things their own way, and there's no judgment in there. However, for me, I believe things are much, much simpler than that. Is when you stay grounded. This is keyword, grounded. When you feel grounded in yourself, in your body, this is how you know when you are in your body, when you are grounded. When you feel like you're not in your head or in some other galaxy, this is how you know that you can trust. You can trust your guidance. You can trust your direction when you're grounded, okay? And the best way to do that is come back to nature. Come back to nature. Very, very important. This is why cities have been built. This is why, these big metropoles, these big cities are just so matrix centers, because they disconnect you from nature. You're not being in your body. You're not in your body when you're in traffic, when you live in a place that is so polluted. You don't even see the stars, the sky. This is all by design. And really coming back to our connection to ground, to Mother Gaia, to Source. This is when you just know your truth. And so when you stay grounded and in your heart, I believe nothing can attack you. I truly believe that this is how we protect our vibration and how we protect our energy. And all this talk, what I have come to understand as well, is that everything is, if you're allowing this portal to access you, is because there is some wounding that you need to clear within yourself, or in the end, it's still serving you a lesson of, oh, okay, so I've been allowing this because I'm not grounded within myself. So how can I protect my energy in a way where I feel aligned. I feel that the source energy is running through my body. And it's, the last thing that I really, really want to share with you is the importance of, I like to call it spiritual hygiene. I may have shared this in the past or not, but it's highly important, and it's something that, in today's society, we don't talk about it because there is no such thing as connection source. We talk about physical hygiene, we start to talk about mental health, we start to talk about emotional hygiene and emotional well-being, but spiritual hygiene, not yet. And here's why. Energy is everything, and this is how the matrix operates, is through siphoning our energy, period. This is how you feed the beast. It's feeding your life force energy. Why do you think 9-to-5s exist? Because they're taking your precious life force, the most precious resource, which is your time, your attention, your energy, your beingness. And we know that all the work that we do in that amount of time can be done in 2-3 hours. We know. We know that, right? If more effective system exists, if we just, if the system was to truly care about people and people's well-being, we know that we could do that in 3 hours a day, 3 times a week, period. We know. But it's ultimately to keep you in this system where you're drained at the end of the day, drained at the end of the week, and you don't have energy to just connect to yourself, to want to go in nature. You're feeding off this energy of disappointment and being in a low vibrational state, and this just feels like a never-ending cycle. So freeing yourself out of that energy, detoxing yourself out of that energy, truly comes with looking at these main 4 areas. Obviously, physical, primarily. Our vessels are highly, highly important, are highly spiritual. One of the most spiritual thing, by the way, is taking care of our bodies. I really, really, really strongly believe that, and it's one of my main purposes in life, is taking back, I don't want to say control, but really just feeling amazing in my body. It's one of my biggest purposes in life. And I want to go into nutrition. I want to go into just physical exercise, and this is how you enhance your life quality experience. You can be the highest spiritual being, but if you don't feel grounded in your body, your vessel and what comes through you, it will not be of high quality, period. So taking care of our bodies, taking care of our vessels is highly spiritual. Highly, 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 highly spiritual. I cannot stress this enough. So that would be the first thing. This is how you take back your energy. This is how you take back your it changes your outlook on life when you feel in good health, in good physical health. That is first thing to take care of when you wake up in the morning. Is like, wow, okay, 10 minutes exercise, meditation, walking, go for a walk. How can I connect to my body? Second, mental health, obviously, meditation, journaling a lot, maybe having a good therapist to start off, just really sorting out your thoughts, and becoming aware of what is the programming that is running up there. Very, very important, because that's what we are doing, deprogramming. The third layer is emotions, understanding that the emotions are guides, meaning they are letting us know what we have stored in our body. That's just what emotions are, stored energy in the body. And a lot of people confuse emotions with heart. They say, oh, I feel love. Well, that love may actually be the feeling of fear of losing someone because you don't want to be alone, but it's not love at all. Codependency, when you release codependency, when you're brave enough to release and to face your fear of being alone, you realize that, well, actually, I don't have anything in common with that person. I actually don't love that person. It was attachment, it was some sort of agreement, contractual agreement, it was familiarity, but it was not love. So a lot of us confused emotions with love, because this is what the matrix is all about, is codependency, is being swayed, not knowing how to process emotions. Emotional regulation, highly important in these 4 elements. Emotional hygiene is self-regulation, and this is usually the bond with our mother. Again, this is not a conversation where we attack our parents. They have been doing their absolute best with what they had available for them, and we have a contract, soul contract with them. Okay, let's just draw the line there. But it's how your own level of emotional regulation it's reflected in your attachment to your mother, to your caregiver, because the mothers are the ones that are providing us this refuge, this connection to ourselves and to our emotional world, and they are the space of unconditional love where we can just open up. And through this mirroring of, okay, how was your mother connected to her emotions? If you were dealing with someone who was highly anxious, which most people are today, you have integrated, you have what was the word, absorbed. Okay, you have absorbed her own fears, her own emotions, because you were mirroring, for us to understand our emotional world as children, we mirror to our parents. Okay, this is how we draw conclusions from the outer world. It's like, oh, I'm feeling this, let me go talk to her or him, and they respond something back to you, and that's how you draw conclusions, and that's how you build a personality and an operating system. You go to school, you express yourself freely or creatively, and then the school teacher says it's bullshit, and then you come back to yourself and you're like, okay, so my conclusion is that I am not, my creativity is not worth it, or I should not express myself, or it's dangerous, or I'd be shamed. Sexuality, when you discover your life for sexual energy, and there's so much shaming around this, and there's no one to talk to about it in your family or at school, and you just internalize that as, oh, this is shameful, or there's so much emotions attached to it as well. The reason why I want to share this is because we need to understand that we don't have a healthy relationship to our emotions today, in today's world, because it's not prioritized. Today, what is prioritized is survival, right? It's feeding the matrix, and most of our parents, the people we came into contact with, they were just also traumatized by the system, traumatized by wars, traumatized by global events. Just traumatized people. And we have absorbed their own trauma and their own emotional imprinting. So we all have an emotional home. This is a longer conversation, and we'll probably, this is something that I help on a one-on-one level as well, is to understand, okay, we all have an emotion. I just saw 1010. We all have an emotional home. And personally, I just want to share this. For me, the emotional home it's something that you carry with you every single where you go. It's how you feel with yourself when you're alone with yourself. And for me personally, it has been feeling extremely disconnected. I would never feel at home. I changed so many places. I used to change homes and places twice a year, period. Countries, jobs, apartments. I could not settle in one place because I did not feel at home within myself, because my emotional home was a place that was not safe, and that was the imprinting that I absorbed from my childhood. I don't want to go too much into details because we're deviating. And the last Last, very, very important spiritual hygiene. And this is your energetic understanding, your energetic mastery, how you protect your energy. What is your connection to source, your connection to spirit guides? How do you discern the kind of energies you come into contact with? What spiritual tools do you have? But really understanding that without the first three basic foundational hygienes, the fourth one is just won't be healthy. Because if you live in a disorganized space, your emotions will be altered, your mental health will not be in good place, and your spiritual well-being is also going to reflect that. If you don't have a proper life routine, exercise routine, health, everything else will be impacted as well. So this is really, really the message that I want to share with you. Okay, these all talk about psychic attacks and all right, okay, we know we know, but things are much, much more grounded than that. We gotta come back to earth. We gotta understand that yes, there is so much in the air, but so long you stay connected to your mission, connected to your heart, very important, humble, connected to your heart, all these kind of vortexes of conversations, they can go over and over again, but stay connected and stay focused and directed in your purpose, in your heart, and your own well-being. Super important, because if you're not filling your cup, you cannot pour into anyone. This is also the reason why I did not show up, because I needed to first truly settle down within myself before I can actually pour anything, wisdom, guidance, anything. Wow, I'm sending you so much love. Again, if you feel invited to work through this main 4 areas, especially there are so many other tools that we work with in my one-on-one container that I'll be opening in spring. Feel free to apply. Come and have a conversation with me to see if it's something that you feel guided towards, and I will see you very, very soon. Please take care of yourself and just stay grounded. Everything is fine. All is well. Sending you so much love. Take care, and bye for now.